This is Craig with Games with Authentic Battle Damage. So we're finally here. We're finally going to work on Unity. And here's all the things that we're going to talk about. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to talk about right now, but let's go ahead and get into it. So just for people who are new to this, what I've done is I've created a game, rock, paper, scissors game. And I've done it completely in the console. And I did that because I want to show the principles of C# and how it works, so that you can understand what's going on with C# as opposed to how it works in Unity. And now that we've laid all of that groundwork in the previous videos, which is like 15 videos, we can now go ahead and drop into Unity. But let me just show you what that looked like. This is our program that we're currently working with. It's a console program, and if we run it, it gives us our rock, paper, scissors. So if I choose rock, I get a draw. So, all right, so let's go ahead and jump into Unity. Now, I've already created my images for the game. Let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing how I do that. I gave you a little sneak peek in the last video. But let's go ahead and we're going to pull these in to our project. So what I've got is I've got some buttons here. I've got some ground. I've got some tubes where the rock, paper, scissors guys are going to be dropping down from. So let's go ahead and get this stuff going. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go into the buttons, and I'm going to go into the sprite editor, and I'm going to make it multiple, and then hop into the sprite editor, and then in here I just want to slice these up. I'm not going to do this super clean for the moment, but we can clean it up later. Okay, so now what that does is it gives me individual buttons. So let me go ahead and jump back in here and name these guys. So this is going to be rock button, paper button, and scissors button. Okay, and then I click apply. All right, great. Now let's go ahead and set some of our elements. I have this I don't want that guy. I'm going to re-export that guy. So let's put the ground in here. That looks good. And we'll put in our tubes where they'll come from. And then let's go ahead and put in our buttons. Give me rock, paper, and scissors. Okay, so the reason why in the last episode we covered inheritance was because the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how to make these buttons clickable. So let's go ahead and create, let's organize some of this stuff first. All of these images, I want to put these into an image folder. So I'm going to create a folder and call it images, and then drop these guys in there. And then I'm going to create a folder called scripts. And let's create a script, a C# script. And we're going to call it button click. Now, let me show you what is happening. When I created the script, you'll see that it immediately is inheriting from mono behavior. This is important because in the last video, I showed you how you can take a look at where the inheritance comes from. So if we go ahead and right click on this declaration and go to declaration for mono develop, we'll see that the base type that it inherits from is, we got mono behavior, component, object, Now we're still in Unity, because you can tell, because the namespace is Unity Engine. And then system.object. Remember in the last video I told you everything inherits from object. So we've got system.object, object, component, behavior, mono behavior. Okay, and then this inherits from button click, inherits from mono behavior. This is what allows us to take this script and apply it to things. So we're going to apply this to our button, so we can just grab it and drag it over here. And then let's go in here, and what I want to do is something that's built into this is a method. It's called public void on mouse down. So this is a method that I know works because I've looked at the Unity documentation for how to do some of this stuff. That's something that I don't care how much programming you know how to do. You're always going to be looking up documentation to find out how people implement their API. Okay. So button clicked. Okay. So now let's go ahead, and because we applied it to the rock, let's go ahead and run this. And it's not going to work because we have to do something else. We have to add a box collider 2D, and if we take a look at the collider here, you can see it's green now. Because we added this box collider 2D and we added into this script the on mouse down, now it should work. Let's go ahead and try it. All right, you can see down here it said button clicked. Let's go ahead and open up the why am I not seeing it? There it is, console. And then let's put this guy over here. There we go. Okay, so it said button clicked. So when I click, you can see it says 5 here. And as I click it, the number goes up. Because every time I click it, the button gets clicked. All right, so let's change our script a little bit just so we can, well, first of all, let's add it to paper. So we'll add button click to paper, and we'll add it to scissors. There. Now let's go back into button click. Now we have one script and we've added it to 3 objects. Now I want to print out button clicked by buttoned, whoops, name. Now name is coming from more than likely mono behavior. Let's just verify. Oh, come on. String name. Nope, it's not in here. It's probably nope, it's not in here. It's in component. String name. Nope. Object. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we dug all the way down to object, and that is where this is getting inherited from. It's from object, from mono behavior. Now, this stuff typically isn't important. You don't have to know this stuff, but it is good to know because it's just good to understand how inheritance works. So that's where that name is coming from. So now, let's go ahead and run it. And we should click. Oh, funny. I forgot to add a box collider to here and to here. All right, there we go. Okay, so rock, paper button, and scissors button. So that's I'm going to end here. But we've basically got this kind of started. We're going to dive more into how to get our art set up and how to write more code to get things working the way we wanted. And we're even going to be pulling some of the classes that we were working on in our console project into this project and just using them. That's one of the benefits of being able to write code and to be able to reuse it. Now let me show you one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and click Command S or Windows Save or whatever, Control Save. And this is going to save my scene. And I'm going to create a new folder called Scenes. And I'm just going to call this Scene 1. Whoops. Wanted to call it Scene 1. There. So this scene basically consists of all of this stuff here. So I can make up the scene the way I want it to be. So, alright, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.